subconsciously making your mind think, yes, I have to get this, I need this, I want this, and I'm gonna do anything to get it. Then you're gonna get it. And it also taught me like about knowledge, putting that effort into being where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And for those of y'all that are new, my name is Agustin Lozano. I'm here on Lozano's Ambitious Podcast. And today I got a special guest with me. It's the homie Latrell.
What's the deal, y'all?
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, man. My name is Latrell White, man. I'm an entrepreneur. I got a couple businesses. I'm a sophomore at Michigan State. I just want to say thank y'all, man. I want to say thank my guy Tino for inviting me on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. So today we're going to pick his brain a little bit. You know, homie got a couple businesses going on. But before we get into all of that, I want to say, well, what is more like what your background look like? Because we are the way we are because of where we come from. So if anything, before your entrepreneurship journey, like where does it all start, you know, for you?
Well, for me, man, I would say like I said, man, like I feel like it started for me on the football field. You know what I'm saying? So as I was younger, I remember being with my mom and my dad. Like before I played any sports, I was just another regular kid. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? I came from a steady household. You know what I'm saying? My mom, my dad, they did what they could for me. You know what I'm saying? They always made sure I was straight. I was, you know what I'm saying, nurtured. I was in a good school and stuff. And the only thing that I really didn't have was an activity for real. You know what I'm saying?
Outside of football?
Yeah, outside of football. So like once they put me in football, you know what I'm saying, that's where it started. Like that's when I started developing the qualities that I have right now, like work ethic, you know what I'm saying, discipline, you know what I'm saying, I would say mental toughness. Like that's like just some 3 things that I got from football. And that's where it really started, man. Like just being on that field, practicing, putting in them daily habits, making them daily routines, and just striving to get better. Like that instilled in me that I had to be great, like, and whatever I wanted to do. And football like really opened my eyes to that, because it's like you got to beat out the man that's at your position. And then once you beat him out, when you get on the field, you got to perform. Yeah, you got to perform. And in practice, you got to show the coaches every day that this is my reason to. This is me vouching for
your starting position.
Yeah, my starting position. Why I need to be playing. You know what I'm saying? So them qualities that was instilled in me in football, that's where it started. Like them was like really my roots.
Yeah, man. I know what you mean. Just cause I played ball as well. I started playing football like around 7th grade, and it was really the same thing with me. I went in, I played receiver and outside linebacker, and with that, it's just like every day, just had to grind, just had to hustle, beat the varsity people to get on the team, and then of course perform against the opponents. So, that's helped me develop my character, and it's really been not instilled, but I translated that into everything that I do.
Yeah.
So, if anything, how would you say you translated that into these businesses that you started doing?
Well, to answer your question, I would say like I said, my work ethic was always big. Like I always, you know what I'm saying, worked hard. Like I remember days during like quarantine, I would put up bricks. Like it's a true story. I had bricks in my backyard. Like I would have 4 bricks, put them all in a square, just to work on my feet work, my game, and you know what I'm saying. Like that translated to my business, because when you first
everything you got.
Yeah, like when you first start a business, you have nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no clients, you don't have no customers. You know what I'm saying? You don't have like no outreach from social media or whatever, and you just don't really have like a great idea where your business want to go, except for like what you making, like what you plan on doing. But you can have all the plans and everything in the world, but until you put in the work, it won't translate. So my work ethic really translated to my business. So once I got, you know what I'm saying, all my stuff and for my shoe businesses and my photography business, I just translated my work ethic for me saying like, it's no way I'm gonna let this man beat me on the field to, it's no way I'm not gonna be the best
in what you do
and what I do. So.
Heck yeah, man. Well, what was the inspiration that made you start doing the custom kicks, the restorations, and then you ended up doing the videographer and content creation as well?
Well, for me, so my first bids in trail custom kicks, like I said, I was big in football, you know what I'm saying? That was like my life, it was just my life at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when quarantine hit, it was like a big part of that was took away. Like I couldn't practice with my teammates. I couldn't really go to the gym. I couldn't, really, other than that, I couldn't really do much. So it really inspired me to be like, man, I see everybody out here getting this money. Like people getting stimulus, people getting that. Mind you, I couldn't get it. Yeah. So it made me hungry, you know what I'm saying? It made me be like, okay, what do I really need to do to make some money out here? Yeah, so, I mean, like, quarantine really pushed me, like, being alone for all that time, and it gave me a lot of time to think and reflect on the things I wanted to do, where I see myself, where I saw my life. So, that really pushed me, and then, basically, I started just going on YouTube and just... The first thing that popped up to my head when it came to starting a business was shoes. Like I remember like yesterday, like I remember I told my mama like, man, I'm about to start a business. Mm-hmm. And like the first day I said it,
what did she say?
What did she say? She was like, see, my mama is like a big inspiration too. Like she
always supports you no matter what.
Yeah, she was supporting me no matter what. She inspired me, like just not even through her words, it's just how she lived and how she
through her actions.
Yeah, through her actions and the words that she put behind it, and then how she showed me. So my mom was always very supportive. She was just like, son, let's do it. Like it was straight like that. Like I couldn't be more proud of you. Like she was like, okay, you want to start it? Let's do it. Like she didn't even want me to talk no more. So once I said I was gonna start it, that literally that exact moment, I went into my room. She came in there with me. I had the video playing of somebody doing shoe cuts and like basically breaking down all the supplies you would need, because I really mostly started off, that's where the custom come from, and trail custom kicks. I really just mostly wanted to do customs because that intrigued me the most, the creativeness you can do with it, how much the profit margin you can make, and then basically like the art you create. So I looked that up and I'm like, I'm about to do this. And then like from there on, like I just literally stuck with it. Like it's crazy to say, it probably sound crazy, but I just had my mind made up from that day. Like this was what I was gonna do.
Heck yeah, man. See, the mind a powerful tool. Whatever you wanna do, whatever you desire, as long as you put in the work towards it, man, you can do it. Cause I mean, anything in life, everything like this camera, somebody thought of it, they made it. Somebody thought of that couch, they made it. Yeah. So because the mind's so powerful, like what are some of the mindset shifts that like you had to go through that like I guess put you in the right direction, you know what I mean? So
like I said, I already kind of had like a strong mindset like when it came to football, because that stuff, it was instilled in me. But as I was going through my business, I still was going through day-to-day life. Like at the time I had a girlfriend, I was at Cass Tech. That's like one of the most, like when it came to schools, it's like one of the most academically like I'll say academically, it was one of the most hardest schools, only because they try to prepare you for college. You know what I'm saying? So I was already going through a lot. So all of that, on top of that, made me be like, okay, I really need to be on my business, because I already have all this stuff. And mind you, I was still playing football as well.
Dang,
you know what I'm saying? I had a lot going on. So one of my mindset shifts was like, okay, you got all this going on, you gotta learn how to prioritize your time. You know what I'm saying? I always my football always took a lot of my time, but once I started my business, it really made me realize how much time you really have, like, and how if you use your time effectively, you can make the most out of it. So that's just one thing. And then another thing I would say, I learned how to be like less emotional, like in my mindset. Like I knew like it was gonna take work to be like where I'm at right now, but back then, me not seeing that, I had to always make sure like I wasn't emotional about the results I was getting at the time. Like,
I get that.
I had to make sure like, okay, I'm doing the shoes now. You know what I'm saying? they might not be getting as clean as they me, or my paint on the custom might not be as neat, but it's gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get better regardless. And I just kept that mindset. So the third thing I would say was a mindset shift was to not ever get comfortable. Like that was one thing in football that really taught me too. Like, because anybody can come in and take your spot. Anybody can come in and work super hard for a summer and challenge you and push you. And when it came to the trail custom kits, I wanted to be the best. So I knew I couldn't let a small victory give me big headed. You know what I'm saying? Or I couldn't let, like, I would say, when I cleaned the shoe and it didn't come out as good, I couldn't let it discourage me. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was always a solution.
It's just a process.
Yeah, it's just a process to, you know what I'm saying, to be great, to get where you want to be. So then was like the 3 mindset shifts I had, just to basically like discipline my mind to, you know what I'm saying, to not be so emotional when it comes to my results and where I want to be, because you gotta have tunnel vision and basically just be down for the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. And along your journey, you said not to be emotional, correct?
Yeah.
So like, how did you handle like some mistakes, or what were some losses that happened that made you learn from it? Like, what's something you learned from them?
Okay, yeah, I got a perfect example. So I remember when I was young, when I first started doing shoes, like I remember Uggs and like suede stuff was tough for me because.
Was it like the material?
Yeah, the material and stuff. And you know, with Uggs and suede, you're really not supposed to use water or like certain chemicals.
It'll stain it or something?
Yeah, it was stain it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had some shoe cleaner or whatever. My shoe cleaner I was just using for everything. Back then at the time, I didn't know that you only could use certain products for certain products.
Yeah.
It was just a part of my journey. So I remember I was cleaning these Uggs and stuff. Put some water on them, whoop, cleaned them down, you know what I'm saying? Let them dry for a minute, stuff the shoe so it could stay in shape. Yeah. I was just following all the steps, but the only step I didn't adhere to was the water and basically the solution that you use. So a couple hours later I see the shoe. It's like stains all over it, discoloration. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, and these are Uggs, so you know what I'm saying? These not just no easy fix or just like no shoe that you could just easily replace. And by this time, I never had no shoe that I really messed up or, you know what I'm saying, or had a error on. So
were they your shoes or were they somebody else's?
No, it was somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? I had felt like I did enough of my shoes and enough of like my teammates' shoes. That's where I started. So I was cleaning all my teammates' shoes to the point where I was ready to move on to like Uggs and Timberlands and all that, and like boots. But what I did to overcome it was like, instead of just, like I said, being emotional or just like being discouraged, I was sick, but I'm like, we gotta fix it. Like, I didn't have the money to send a girl another $150 for some shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I remember I just started digging. I redid the shoe. Literally I did the shoe the exact same way. I did it wrong twice, but that was me tapping into my critical thinking. Like, okay, let's see how we can fix this. So once I did that, I seen that didn't work. So I let the shoe dry. You know what I'm saying? I just thought about it for a day. You know what I'm saying? Hit it up one more time, but at this time I didn't use no solution. I just used a little bit of water and like a little sponge, and that worked for me, because I know it. And then I noticed with the sponge, like, kind of, because when you do suede, the color kind of come off a little bit, just a tiny bit, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I noticed. Yeah, so that's when I noticed, like, okay, the color can fade and stuff can stain. So then the next day I'm gonna go get the Ugg cleaner kit, and then from there I got the shoe back to normal condition. And that's when I already learned, like, when it came to the shoe business, it's about, like, really, I would say,
like
not giving, being on your stuff, doing stuff right, and like not giving up easy. Like, anytime you clean a shoe, it's not gonna be always just all the stains and dirt gonna come off just like that. Like, sometimes you may gotta
deeper process with
it? Yeah, deeper cleaning. Sometimes you might gotta scratch stuff. Sometimes you might gotta look up stuff. Sometimes you might gotta just think about it in a different way. Like, I just really learned, like, it wasn't just a one way solution. It was always multiple ways that you can clean stuff. It was multiple ways that you can do stuff. So I feel like that setback really pushed me to be able to think outside the box when it came to cleaning shoes. And even if I didn't get the results I did, I was gonna do anything I could
to make it better.
Yeah, to make it better or to get that exact same result.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned that you were cleaning a lot of your homeboys' shoes in the football team. So like, is that how you really started? Like, how did that branch out to you started doing like everybody's shoes?
Shit, yeah, I was cleaning all my men's shoes and stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody on my football team, I just made sure to reach out like, yeah, man, I'm doing shoe cleanings, customs. You know what I'm saying? All that. Shout out to my guy D-Mar though. D-Mar was the first person that let me clean his shoes. He gave me some beaters though. It was so bad, but he pushed me to. He gave me the first
really
shoe.
Test your skills.
Yeah, he gave me the first to really test my skills, man. And I'm grateful for that for sure.
Heck yeah, man. Shoot, me too. Like, this was during COVID, wasn't it? Yeah, for me too as well. Like during COVID, I started like my detailing business, and the main people who really supported me was my teachers. So I really used my teachers. You know, being a student. I'll be like, hey man, you know, I'm doing detailing vehicles. I made little cars and started going off like that. So
yeah.
From it just being the football players, like I see now, like I see you did a whole bunch of shoes, especially because you've been doing this since like 2020. Like, what do you do to like market yourself in the work you do?
So, just to give you a little background. So when I first started, my marketing was just purely like Instagram. So I would do Instagram. I would make like reels. I do like pictures of the before and afters. And when I first started, I was kind of just doing anything. I'd say like I was doing like before pictures, but like they wasn't synchronized right. Like instead of like before and after, it was before, then after. Like basically, I learned like people attention span is like
short.
It's super short. So I had to cater to that. But I mostly advertised on Instagram, and then once I kind of got a little further on, like I started putting I started boosting my reels, started putting money behind my ad campaigns. I moved to TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I started doing ads and stuff on there. And I really was just advertising my stuff from a lot of word of mouth. Like I really learned how to talk to people and sell my business. Yeah. Really because I had to work to back it up basically. So I always went to word of mouth. Yeah, like I was doing a lot of word of mouth, and my mom too. Like she always, like I said, she always supported me. So she would make sure she told everybody at the workplace, everybody.
She posted on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, posted on Facebook, told all their friends if you already need some shoes. And when I was young, when I was just starting the business for real, my mama had people basically give me shoes just to really like donating me shoes just to mess up like on the custom part, like paying just to get better. But yeah, like I advertised it everywhere, man. I like I said, I definitely made my business cards and stuff. Got that going. Was passing out to people in school. I was always, hey man, if you need your shoes clean, bro,
I got you.
Come to me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I get shoes right. We restore. You know what I'm saying? I clean, and I can re-ice the bottom for you. So it was a lot of conversations that went like that day to day at school. You know what I'm saying? At practice, anytime I was out, I was hungry to tell somebody about Trail Custom Kicks. So
yeah,
that was my way of advertising.
Yeah, it feels good whenever you're doing your own thing and then you're actually able to see the growth in what you're doing.
Definitely.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, what's the icing? Just cause I seen a few videos on your Instagram. They had like the purple lights and everything. I thought it was dope. Like, what does that really do?
Oh, the icing. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, for the shoes, like shoes that have like gum bottoms, like basically like Jordans that come out icy or whatever. You know, after a long time, the heat oxidized them. So basically, from the heat, it makes the shoe turn like a different color. You know what I'm saying? So from the heat. So basically, what I do is I take like the same type of force, like when it comes to the heat, when it comes to the light. I got this light I use to help me deoxidize it. I put this chemical on it. It got certain chemicals that reverse oxidation. So it go from the bottom being yellow to it being like an icy blue or a white or whatever color it was, and it just gives the shoe like a whole brand new look. Like it basically just boosts the whole appearance of the shoe. Like at Trail Custom Kicks, we, you know what I'm saying, we do everything to give you a quality fix. You know what I'm saying, we'll restore, we'll clean. You know what I'm saying, everything just to make the shoe look like get back to its original state.
Brand new.
Yeah,
I got you. And with the advertising, did you see like a major difference between it was just, I'm gonna say pure organic, and then when you started putting money behind it, was it like a major difference with it?
Yeah, I would definitely say it was like a major difference when it came to like my clients like off like Instagram or off social media, because when I start putting money behind it, I start getting more followers. I start gaining more, you know what I'm saying, likes on my videos and my pictures, and then with like a better audience and like, you know what I'm saying, people who tapped in and tuned into what I posted, it pushed me to put out better content. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to keep putting out the stuff that I was putting out when I only had like 100 followers. So as I grew and I was putting money behind it, I was improving my videos, my advertising techniques, and trying to really build a community when it came to my shoes. You know what I'm saying? A community of people who enjoy watching my content, that can interact with the stuff I posted, and be like,
stories and everything.
Yeah, and be like, wow, damn, he doing this. Like, that should look amazing. He do this. Oh, he did these. I got these at home. I need these done. Oh, he do re-icing too. Oh yeah, I'm about to just bring him my whole shoe collection. You know what I'm saying? So that was my motto. I wanted to get anybody from everywhere to have a reason to give me their shoes.
Heck yeah, man. Shoot, you really do it all, don't you?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I try not to, you know what I'm saying, overwhelm or stress myself. But in this lifetime, with this life being so short, like I just want so much for myself.
Yeah.
And me doing the stuff that I do, it shows me every day, like, you know what I'm saying, being success, like, it's not an option for me. Like, it has to happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, and I already feel like I'm successful, but I'm not where I want to be at when it comes to all of the goals I want to accomplish, you know what I'm saying? But I know since I did this, like, a lot of people wouldn't even take that risk. Really, it's a lot about taking risks, you know what I'm saying? Like me starting this business, these both businesses could have flopped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I could have gave up, you know what I'm saying? It take really work to put behind this stuff, and it took effort, you know, it's a lot of effort, a lot of sleepless, and a lot of nights like, man, I don't know how these shoes about to come back in the morning. Like, a lot of times people will give me some shoes and I look at them and be like, shit, I don't know how I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna figure out a way though.
Exactly. It's all a part of the process. Just going and you learning through it. Yeah. So for people who want to be in the position that you are, like with the custom kicks, with that business, what would you say, like, what would be the advice for them to start? And the reason why I'm asking as well is because I'm my little brother. I went home like last week and he telling me, hey Tino, I started cleaning shoes. Like, he go to school, he like 10 years old, he 10. He go to school and he be cleaning shoes and everything right now. So I was like, hey, that's dope. And I thought of you because, you know, you do the same thing.
That's dope.
So what would your advice be, you know, to someone like that?
Well, I would say, like, basically that's amazing that he even is thinking to do that at such a young age. Like, it was a different time when I started. You know what I'm saying? Now everything is more like publicized, more on social media, and it's like, it's easier to, you know what I'm saying, make money now. So I would say, any advice, just to first off, I'll say do your research. Like, that's what it started out for me. I didn't just go into it blindly and investing blindly. I did my research. I figured out what I needed and that. And number two, I would say just do it. Like, just like Nike, like, I really just had to do it. Like, if you sit around and wait, like, for the time for stuff to happen, it's just gonna pass by you, and you're just gonna be like, dang, I wish I would've, or man, I wish I would've. So definitely, like, just do it, and you gotta, no matter what, you gotta go through trial and error. You gotta go through trials and tribulations. And the third thing I would say just love the journey. Like, love the journey, because it was times back then it was times I would say back then I wish where I was at now. You feel me? Back then, you know what I'm saying?
You prayed to be in the position.
Yeah, like I prayed, and I like if I was that, when I was that kid back then, I definitely imagine being where I'm at right now, but it was just a vision.
Yeah.
I had to really manifest that into myself. So I would say just love the journey, love the process. You know what I'm saying? And keep your head down and just work. Like if you work for it and if you put forth the effort and the transparency to, you know what I'm saying? Because you can put in a lot of effort and work hard, but you at the end of the day have to learn. You know what I'm saying? Have to learn to make stuff easier for yourself. You have to learn how to get better. Look at your competition. Look at what other people doing. You know what I'm saying? Look at analytics and what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Always just do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? If you got something that's working, keep going and keep pushing. That's the best advice I can give anybody.
So, with that being said, what you call it? Did you have any competition like back in the day? Like anybody else clean your shoes as well? Or was just you the only one in the market?
No, man, I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of people. Like, well, from in my city, you know what I'm saying. We got this guy called the Shoe Doctor. You know what I'm saying. He was a very successful shoe cleaner in the city. So I wouldn't say he was competition, but like I looked at him as like, okay,
inspiration.
Inspiration. I would say I won't never say he was competition. I don't really compete with anybody.
Iron sharpen iron. That's how it goes.
Yeah, literally. So seeing him having his own storefront, doing his thing, cleaning celebrity shoes, and basically like kind of showing me like it really could be done.
Yeah,
that's what really like, you know what I'm saying. I say push me, but as far as competition, no, because I didn't think about competition because I knew I couldn't compete with nobody, especially when I first started.
Just yourself. You will compete with yourself, I believe, or like. Yeah. You know what I mean? The only person you compete with is yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, but I definitely wanted to be the best. So I had competition with myself, and I had competition to be better than them. Yeah. To be better than the people I seen. Like, it just motivated me. You know what I'm saying? And I still feel like I'm striving. I'm working towards being every day. I'm still working towards being the best I can be, and that's what just motivated me. So. No, I wouldn't say there really was no competition, but it was definitely a lot of inspiration from what I seen, what other people was doing. And a lot of times, sometimes it would be days like I would see somebody else clean some shoes and it come out like amazing. I'm like, okay, let me look at my shoes and let me make sure like mine's coming out just as amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to stay up to par with what I could do, but I always focused on me and stayed in my own lane as well.
Yeah, I get that. Be worried about your own process, cause I mean that's all. You run your own race is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, cause everybody's journey different.
Yeah,
everybody's journey different.
Gotcha. And then with videography and the content creation, I saw that you started back in August of last year, I believe.
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, what made you? Just go ahead and start that? Was it just like the same thing? It's like, you know what, I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, what inspired you to do that?
Really, man, so like, my second business, Franchise Productions, that was like really something that I never thought I would pick up a camera or never thought I would like be taking photos or taking videos, doing content creation. It was really like, so it was another kind of story I got for you. I remember my Cass Tech, that was my high school I went to when I played football. We played our last game. It was against Dearborn Forest, and I'll never forget when we lost. We had lost the game in the playoffs. It was the last game of my senior year. And the way we lost it was just like heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying?
That. So very hard. Tearing up on mine.
It was just very heartbreaking, like, because I feel like we really could have did a lot. But so after that was over, it was just like, what now? Like, what next? Like, at this point, I already had my shoe business, and I already had my, you know what I'm saying, I already had football, but that was coming to the end. So I'll never forget, I remember my boy, my dog, forever, like, Q, he had came up to me like, yeah, man, I got this extra camera, like, nobody really, I need some help for sports, like, for this season, for basketball, man, I got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for Alphazon, so I'm trying to catch a lot of games, but I really need an extra hand. So I was just me being me. Like, I'm competitive. I got to drive. Yeah, like, I always had to drive in me. So I was just like, man, like, I just was thinking about it, and I always, you know what I'm saying, Q was doing it for a long time. Like for about the same time I was doing shoes. We kind of started around the same time, so I already seen like what he was doing, and like we was close friends and stuff. And like he even took my pictures before at a game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, then.
So I was like, man, like I look, you think I would like doing that? I remember I was in the lunchroom. I was just thinking like. I started envisioning myself like doing it, and I'm like,
be a good opportunity.
Yeah, I'm like, this would be a great opportunity, and I feel like I really would like it. Like, I would still be around sports, you know what I'm saying, and I was using my mind to be creative in another way. So I was like, man, why not? Like, let's do it. Like, I'm gonna do it. Like, and I just from that day, it's like when I make my mind up on something, and I be determined about something.
100%.
I'm 100%. Let's go. Like, let's do it. So. From there, I just started. Q really took me under his wing, like when it came to the camera, and when it came to showing me like the ropes. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I really got into it.
I got you. And I see you shoot now. Now y'all roommates.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, real quick for all of y'all that don't know Q, he gonna be in one of the videos coming up real soon. So if anything, y'all stay tuned. Homie does a videographer. He's a videographer. He does content creation and a lot more. So. I mean, y'all gonna have to check out that video later.
Yeah, y'all gotta follow my boy, man, JR Films on Instagram.
Hey, yeah, we gonna leave the link in the description below, and it's gonna be somewhere right here on the side. See, y'all roommates now as well. I mean, have y'all known each other for like the longest?
No, it was crazy, man. Me and Q, we met in 9th grade. So we met in 9th grade at Cass, you know, and we wasn't really like as close as we was now. Like 9th grade at Cass. We kind of had the same friends.
Yeah, so we knew each other. Yeah,
we was definitely more than cordial. We was definitely cool, but it was like I was playing football. He had played football, but ended up stopped playing. Yeah. So it was like I wasn't around him as much. So I already had like a kind of whole different friend group, but he was still my dog or whatever. And so I remember at the end of 9th grade year, he went through this like traumatic experience, and I remember me and him was just talking outside of, you know what I'm saying, I was really kind of being there for him. I kind of fell for him. I'm like, I just ended up giving him some advice, you know what I'm saying. It just went a long way from how he responded, like, and kind of what I found it out about his character that day. And I kind of was like, man, man, this guy, like, he hard with me, cool, man. He cool with me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, I fuck with bro. I ain't gonna lie. So after that, man, that next year we kind of just got more close and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I started hanging around him more. This before like I started the camera stuff, so we was already close. You know what I'm saying? Before this, so 10th grade, I started. You know what I'm saying? We started hanging around each other more. We had this Bucharest right down the street from our school that we always would walk to, like me and my friends. So we kind of bonded over that too. Once he stopped playing football, it was like he still just wasn't away from me. Like he loved to work out. So after football practice, he'll come in and work out with us. You know what I'm saying? Be stuff like that. But really 11th grade was what it was. That's when I really got close to him. I started going over his house. Like we started just
getting to know the family.
Getting to know the family, experiencing stuff with each other. We started like going places, just bonding over the game, bonding over, you know what I'm saying, friendships, family, like everything started to tie itself together. Yeah. So then 12th grade year came, and that's when we really got locked in. Like it wasn't quarantine, but it was like we had half days at school because we wasn't. It was like half of the school came one day, the other half came another day.
Was it like senior skip days or something?
No, well we had that, but I ain't gonna lie, we used to be skipping like all the time in school, only because it was like we was already kind of mostly on top of our work, and we only had like. So like for our schedule, we would have like 7 classes. Yeah. We would only do like the first 4 on like Monday, and then we'd be all online the next day. So it was kind of like we was mostly at home anyway. Yeah. And we had cars, we had motion, like we had a lot of stuff going on. So school kind of became like kind of something on the back burner. Yeah, it was just like it's our last year. We about to just
graduate.
Yeah, just graduate to get it over. We ended up starting our own group together and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just from that bonding and them experiences that we had, you know what I'm saying. And it was like he really like introduced me to like a brotherhood, like really him being my brother, like especially somebody that I just wasn't close with, like from just the start, like
through mutuals.
Yeah, like One of my friends that I knew, like I grew up with them, like damn near, like one of my best friends, Sakai. I met him in kindergarten, and I know him to this day. You know what I'm saying? So that really made me realize, like, man, it's really some solid dudes out here. Especially when he introduced me to the photography business too.
Yeah, that's real right there. He introduced you to. I mean, it's your business now, so you doing good with it.
And it was never no hate, no jealousy, no envy. Like it was nothing like that with him. Like he always pushed me to be harder, and he at the end of the day wanted me to be the best I could be, regardless that we was doing stuff in the same field. Yeah, like we would be right next to each other. Like, but it was like, sure, you franchise, I'm JR Films. You feel me? We can have our own audiences. You know what I'm saying? We have our own clients that we cater to. And Trill, you basically, he told me like, I can teach you some stuff, but you got to do this for real. Like you got to put in the work. Like I can't basically do it for you. Like I can only show you so much. And like I never was the one to be like, man, to ask for a handout regardless. Yeah. So I was always the type to go get it anyway. So from him saying that, it just clicked in my head like, bet, now I'm about to be the best at this. So
yeah, I would say, I mean, y'all being roommates, I feel like y'all really challenge each other. And brotherhood, they say brotherhood is everything. You are who you surround yourself around. So what you call it? It's like he's helped you out with a lot of things. I was gonna say, do you feel like that's really helped you? Like, I'm gonna say, skip the learning curve. It helped you out a lot more than what it would have been, like just you on your own.
Definitely, I ain't gonna lie, because just looking at how I started my shoe cleaning business, like I would just imagine if I had somebody like kind of like me in that field to like be like my mentor, like refer people to touch, kind of show me the ropes, it definitely would have been easier. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he did show me the ropes, and like when it came to like stuff, but really he put the camera in my hand, told me a couple things, but after that it was really me on my own. Like Q didn't teach me how to edit. He didn't teach me how to. He taught me how to work the camera, like when it came to settings. But a lot of stuff he taught me straight up, like you gonna have to go learn this. Like you gonna have to go on YouTube, go, you know what I'm saying, research this. And a lot of stuff I learned through experience. Yeah. Like I remember, like one time after one of my first games, or like I did a couple games, like cause I remember when I first picked up my camera, we had went to this one event, and it was like a tournament of basketball teams playing, so it was just gonna be great experience for me to, you know what I'm saying, learn how to shoot basketball games and learn how to get the right angles, learn how to, you know what I'm saying, work the camera with lighting and everything. And I remember getting home from that day after I was shooting the whole day, I'm editing, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at my edits, I show Q, and he just like, I mean, it's alright, you know what I'm saying? Like, better. Yeah, like you gotta do better, like, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't tell me what to do or how to make it look better, you know what I'm saying? He pushed me to find my own way. Like I said, he was JR Films and I was Franchise Productions, you know what I'm saying? So we was two different entities, but it was like he was gonna help me out with anything. He always was open, but he never was the type to do it for me, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't the type to ask him for the handle, so it was like we already worked in cohesiveness, you know what I'm saying? So like I definitely say I had an easier learning curve, but a lot of stuff like I learned on my own. You feel me?
You gotta find your own style.
Yeah, I found my own. Literally, I found my own way. I have my own style of editing, video editing, my own like stuff that I like to do. Like he was more sports, like photography and videos, and I liked it, sports and stuff, photography and videos. But starting off, I really just wanted to do everything. Like you see on my page, I really got a mixture of everything. That's why I don't even call myself really like I definitely do photography and video, but I really call myself a content creator, a creative director. Like I really have a creative mind. So like you see on my page, I'm doing birthday photography, sports videos, sports photography, music videos, event photography. Like I just wanted to mix everything just because I love the game and I love like what it brought. So I definitely think my learning curve was definitely improved though. Having Q in my corner.
Yeah, I saw on your page, I saw at the very beginning, it seemed like a lot of photo shoots, like basketball games.
Yep.
And from there, I saw it went to like personal photo shoots.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you get the clients for that? To like people start reaching out to you, hey man, I want my football It was a football player won as a player of the year. I think he played college ball now, right?
Yeah, he do.
They shoot you for the prom photo shoots, all of that. Like, how did that start becoming?
So really, I would say, so when it came to the basketball and like kind of football stuff, I really would reach out to people. Like, I used to be telling people like, yeah, like Oak Park, for example. Oak Park High School is kind of in the Southfield area. I would go to their high school and I would, the first time I just went to high school, I just took pictures. I gave people all the pictures for free.
Mm-hmm.
The next game, you know what I'm saying, I had people Instagrams. I told, really, my exchange for the pictures was like them just to follow me, you know what I'm saying? And so the next game or whatever, I just hit them up and be like, yeah, man, I'm taking pictures or whatever, unlimited pictures for however many pictures I can get of you, whoop-de-whoop. We can do that, and then you would just pay me $10. So after that, my clientele just was, you know what I'm saying, going up, you know what I'm saying? And I would like post, every time I took one out and made pictures, I posted them, make sure I tagged people so like my attraction could go up, so people could be like, ooh, man, I want something.
So you gonna share you on
yeah, like they be like, ooh, I want, people from other schools like, yeah, I want this, I want that. So that's how I kind of kicked off with basketball season. Now with football season, I was already so familiar with football and like a lot of the players, so kind of did the same sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to my games first, you know what I'm saying? I would show love to my old teammates and stuff, and like the people that was younger than me. And they did a hell of a job, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of like supporting me as well, you know what I'm saying? They would reshare my stuff. I would come to the games, take pictures and stuff, and even before I was really that good, you know what I'm saying? So then after that, really, I started building my clientele and people start following me, and then people start coming to my DMs or like, yeah, man, do you do this? Yeah, like, could you take some pictures for me? It really just started off like, hey man, could you just take a couple pictures of me here, whoop-de-whoop. So I was like, yeah, of course, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just, I was doing it off the strength. I wanted to get better and like to get out of my comfort zone, doing different stuff. Cause at that time, I was just doing sports.
Yeah.
So once people start, you know what I'm saying, hitting me up, I started like, okay, let me do this. Yeah, let's get serious. And I remember too, like after basketball season, it was this one event in my school at Cass. It was like people was like signing up for clubs. This is what I mean when I say I really had that hustler in me. Like, I went around the whole school that day, just taking pictures for everybody. Like, like, yo, I'm gonna take a picture. Like, come on, let's take a picture. Like, all you gotta do is follow me. Like, I was trying to get to 100 followers. I remember this when I was Franchise X Productions too. Like, I remember the journey. I remember everything. Like, I was just trying to get to 100 followers. I took pictures of damn near the whole school. Yeah. And I got that 100 followers, and then after that, once people was familiar with me with a camera in my hand,
so they start reaching out to you after
people start reaching out for all types of stuff, like personal photo shoots, birthday photo shoots. Can you come take pictures in my event? Do you do fashion shows? Do you do weddings?
Fashion shows?
Yeah, like from there, like everybody that I or connected with or everybody who see my page, some people ask me to do different things. So it made me like have variety at the stuff I could do. So I think that really was it, like me connecting with people, like just me being personable. You know what I'm saying? I would feel like because, and basically when it comes to like preparing for a shoot, I did my homework, I did my research. I kind of know everything I need to know when it comes to like certain stuff. Like, of course I'm getting better, I'm still growing, but right now I have a good baseline of knowledge for how to shoot sports, how to shoot music videos, how to shoot concert photography, how to shoot. I recently just did a wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
So like, I didn't got so much experience under my belt to the point where once they book the shoot, tell me the location, this is that. I already know what I need.
What you're doing.
Yeah, the settings I'm gonna have to do. It's really no nervousness. It's just, man, let's go get this money.
Do it. Yeah. How long would you say like it takes like for the planning, or how long should it take someone to plan?
Like plan a photo shoot?
Yeah.
It really just depends. Like, a lot of stuff take kind of more thinking. Like when it comes to like, I say like, for example, studio photography. So studio photography is like different from like just popping up at a location and shooting. So studio, kind of, you can get super creative, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Is that like recording a music video? Or
No, studio is like
in the studio with the microphone.
No, not that type of studio. A studio like it's a studio, like basically. Well, I don't mean it's like a photography studio. So basically, it's a space.
It's like a prop area.
It's a space that got you got your backdrops, you got your ambient lights. You know what I'm saying? A lot of like things that come down in the studio are like graduation pictures. Some people can do album covers in the studio, like maternity shoots, lingerie, business shoots, like that type of thing. And for really, I would say like it just depends on what the client wants to do. Like if they want to do like, say if they want to do a floral type of photo shoot, you're gonna need flowers. You're gonna need like to make sure like when you get there the lighting is right. You're gonna need to make sure like the backdrop you want is like goes with the theme of the shoot. You also want to make sure your client is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I always like try to have
sure they good.
Yeah, try to have music. Try to be personable with them. You know what I'm saying? Try to just make sure so they can just be comfortable because when you getting your pictures took and you know what I'm saying, you want the person to feel themselves. You know what I'm saying? You want them to really be having a good time so their picture can come out well. So, and like for studio, you can really do a lot. Like I said, you could do like a shoot of somebody in the jungle, like getting props and stuff. So like things like that, there's more planning that go into them. Like, but usually most of the time, like I don't really do studio like so much. Like I kind of be in a different type of lane. That the planning really just be okay. We gonna plan this out a week ahead. I'm gonna just make sure I can.
You got everything you need.
Yeah, get everything I need. Commute to wherever it's at, and then we about to pull up and shoot.
How long, whenever you're done with the photo shoots, like the videos and everything, like what type of software do you use to like edit and everything? So
I use Lightroom Classic. You know what I'm saying? I for my photos and editing, I use Lightroom Classic. And then like to do like videos where I'm using like a lot of Premiere Pro, Adobe, both Adobe apps. I'm looking to get into After Effects as well.
What you think about CapCut?
CapCut?
Yeah, I was thinking about using that one. Right now I use Adobe because I think it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people use that, like the Creative Cloud.
Yeah.
But CapCut, I mean, I've been seeing it. They say it's a lot more simpler, but I'm not too sure on that.
CapCut is amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I use CapCut for a lot of my reels when I do for my shoe business and my photography business. CapCut is basically a great like phone app. So like when you want to just quickly edit some, like or even like I didn't use CapCut to edit like YouTube videos, like snippets to post on Instagram.
Yeah.
So CapCut is another great tool like that you can use to edit videos. You know what I'm saying, and make little sweet templates or make sweet edits, like all that stuff. Like CapCut is a great app to basically
something real quick.
Yeah, something real quick on the go. But also like for longer videos, it's really easy to use. Like all the options is listed below. You know what I'm saying? You can cut video, you can slow it down, speed it up. And it's just like Premiere Pro. It's just like a little more simpler. You know what I'm saying? Premiere Pro is a little more advanced because you could do a lot more stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Is everything you use right now like the same thing you always use from the beginning, or did you like find something better along the way?
I didn't use CapCut in the beginning, but I did always use Adobe Lightroom and Premiere Pro for sure.
Okay, I got you. So let's call it, along with the content creation that you do, I was gonna say, what is one of the biggest errors that happened to you, and what did you learn from that?
Biggest error? Man, I got a lot of them, man. Well, when I first was starting, I remember one time, it's been times I done left my camera at home, like all types of just
like little things here and there.
Goofy stuff. But one of the things that really like shaped me was this one time I pulled up to this shoot and my flash, my trigger wasn't working. So my trigger wasn't working, so that means I didn't have no lighting for like, no really good lighting for the shoot. So I think one of my batteries, like it was just dead or something. And I usually never like came to no shoot, like I was just rushing, you know what I'm saying? But I had to end up using natural lighting, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I still figured out a way, you know what I'm saying? So instead of using my flash, I used my flashlight on top of my phone, snapped the picture while I was doing that. And I just learned like to always like be prepared, charge everything, double check everything, and like also just always like be prepared for the worst to happen. Like, because after this, like, it's been times like I done had all my equipment, everything charged and everything good, and it was like my first time using this new light I had bought, and I remember the light was not going off mid shoot. Like, you gotta understand, for a photographer, a videographer, anybody, it's like the worst thing to happen. Like, you at the shoot in front of the client, they didn't pay their money already, and it's like, just why isn't it's not working? So I just had to improvise and stay cool, and like I said, not be so like I really learned to not be emotional and everything, just to be calm, cool, and collected. And when you be calm, cool, and collected, and you just chill and try to find a solution, it'll work out for you. So I end up getting into work, and the shoot was like amazing. You know what I'm saying? But I knew if I would have got hot, you know what I'm saying, I would have been like, man, why is this not working, whatever, and been like basically got discouraged. It wasn't even the one like that. I wouldn't learn nothing from it. So I feel like that was definitely something that one of the kind of like setbacks I took. Basically learning that problems do happen. You just gotta learn how to overcome them.
Okay, you gotta think rational, be calm, and everything. See, which a lot of people tend to forget that, hey man, at the end of the day, we college students. So like, how do you balance your businesses as long as with the college life and getting your work done?
Well, I would say for me this year, it's all it's been about is finding my balance. Because I'm just give you a little synopsis. Like last year, like it was always kind of easy to handle my businesses. When I was in high school, I ain't gonna say it was so easy, but like it wasn't natural. It came natural. Like I said, we really wasn't going to school that much anyway. So a lot of my free time, I would be cleaning shoes or, you know what I'm saying, editing pictures. And really, the editing pictures really didn't take too long because I kind of already had the vision for what I wanted to do, and cleaning shoes as well. But I used to work a job back then as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always kind of learned how to have to balance my time with school and all that stuff. But finding my balance, like, was just the most important thing for me because it was about my time management. Like, I had to have shoes out by this day. I had to have pictures edited and sent out to my client by this day, and I had like homework due by this day. I'm trying to go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? So
it was a lot on your plate.
It was a lot on my plate, but I definitely just learned how to just, like I said, just take a deep breath and just take stuff day by day. Like, I know if I look at everything I got to do at one time, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm just gonna get overwhelmed. And like I learned to learn what to put first. Like I definitely always learn how to prioritize, put school first, you know what I'm saying, and prioritize my business as well. I never put my business second. My business was always first and school was always first. It just they both took turns. Like that was my balance. Like I learned how to time manage and get the most out of my time. Like, so I balanced it well. I feel like when it came to having to go to class and stuff, it kind of just put me more of in a scheduling, and it's a set schedule type of day. Like college kind of made me become like disciplined to, okay, you gotta wake up and go to class this day. So then you gotta go eat. Then you gotta, you know what I'm saying, go to your other class. Then after other class, you need to study. You know, after you're done with school, it's time to do shoes. Like, it kind of made me get in a set schedule of ways when it came to all the stuff that I had to transpire in my day. So, like I said, it is a lot that I do. Like, definitely, like, it can definitely be overwhelming and challenging, but I just take it day by day and just, I know God got me regardless. I just pray and just basically just give everything to God. Like, if I'm worried about something, if I'm overwhelmed,
don't try to stress over it.
Yeah, I just if I'm stressing or if I feel like I'm just feeling too overwhelmed, I just take a break. Like, not like maybe just give myself an hour to get away from shoes, to get away from the computer screen. Just sometimes go to sleep or, you know what I'm saying, watch the game, watch something that's kind of can take my mind away from it. Yeah, so that definitely was a way of like me creating my balance, like balancing the businesses and like what just my day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff going to it. It's not even just college. Like you got family, you got people like your friends, you got, you know what I'm saying, when you want to go out, buying clothes, like a lot of stuff going to it.
Everything play in part.
Yeah, but I always just, like I said, I kept my business first, so that made me become so like found in my mind to the point where I wasn't gonna spend unnecessary money on clothes or spend unnecessary money on food, because I was putting that money back into my business because I seen what it did for me. So yeah, nowadays definitely I go get me some nice shoes, you know, this, that, because I earned it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gotta have a great balance, because without a good balance, you're gonna be slipping all over the place.
You're gonna be lost.
Yeah, lost in the sauce.
Yeah. So you always seen like the benefits out of the business, cause like you said, what it's done for you. So like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You know, your businesses, personal life, everything. So you're gonna be out of college too. You're gonna be graduated already.
Man, so in the next 5 years, man, I plan to be like a very successful, disciplined man of God. Like I rich. Like I plan to be very successful and very sound in my mind, like a serial entrepreneur. I plan to be really a jack of all trades when it comes to that. But I plan on being really a man of God and a man of my word and a man of many things. Like I ain't gonna lie, because I know where I am right now and kind of how I want to be. Like, I envision myself like having like a lot of passive ways of incomes, you know what I'm saying, still doing shoes. Like, I imagine myself having a storefront for my shoes with trail custom kicks on it, maybe a photography studio inside of it, or a photography studio, a suite, a space for me to let all my creative juices fly. But I also see myself with a you know what I'm saying, I might settle down. I would love to have like a, you know what I'm saying, a girl that I'm really serious with. I don't know about kids and all that right now, because I ain't thinking too far ahead. But I definitely know I'm gonna be rich. Like I definitely know I'm gonna have a. And when I mean rich, when I mean rich, I mean living good, and I mean rich being
not monetary,
health, like me being rich to me means like, even if I lost it all today, like I'm still rich in my mind because I know how to make it all back. Like,
of course, knowledge, you can't take it away.
Yeah, that's what I feel like was the best thing about having business. Like I know, like me learning that I can make money for myself, and mean like I can never be broke again. But I definitely envision myself in 5 years like being a man I always wanted to be. Like I want to travel, you know what I'm saying. I want to be a found businessman, like a made man, like somebody call you when they need to make decisions. I'm calling somebody to, you know what I'm saying, we need to do this, let's set up this meeting. We about to close on this $100,000 deal, and we about to flip it to 200. We about to put this 100,000 in this business. Yeah, like I just want to have my hands in everything. Now, I do want to be a master. I do want to be a master of things, but I know at the same time, everything comes at a certain time. So, you know, I definitely plan on having a lot of passive like incomes. Like I'm interested in stocks right now. I want to have a vending machine business, ATM business. I plan on doing drop shipping as well. A lot of stuff I plan on doing, like shoe reselling. Like I just got like a lot of ways that I want to see myself be successful. So
yeah, you already got the blueprint.
Yeah, I got the blueprint. You know what I'm saying, and a lot of it just gonna be being myself, because nobody forced me to do this. Yeah, I could be a regular person working, you know what I'm saying,
a regular job,
man, which I still do, because there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying, that helped me fund my business. But I definitely plan on being like a very great man when it comes to everything. Like I just want to be the best man I can be, like the man God made me to be. You know what I'm saying?
Best version of yourself.
Best version of myself. And I know the best version of myself is gonna be me, rich in health, rich in wealth, and rich in my mind. So yeah.
Hey man, you already got the pillars. That's the way you speaking, the way you carry yourself. I can tell you already working that, man. Is there like any books that you read or anything like that?
Yeah. So right now, well, the first book I really like read, other than like without school, like somebody forced me to read it, was Oh, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first book I ever read by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, Kiyosaki. Yup. I read that book, and the most valuable lesson I got from that was like, rich people don't work for money. You know what I'm saying? Money work for them. Their time work for them. Like, that really stood out to me. Like, making my time work for me. Like,
yeah. Cause all our life, I feel like we've been told go to school, go to college, get a job, and then hopefully in 40 years you can retire. And me personally, man, I don't really want to do that. So, like they say, if you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you're gonna work till you die. Yeah. So I mean, Robert Kiyosaki, that's one of the first books I read too. But mine was audio book, so it didn't really stick in my head.
Yeah, like for me, like I was younger when I read it, but like I said, that thing, like you gon' at the end of the day, you gonna hold on to the things that is meant to be held on to. Like, of course, I don't know the whole book front to back, but it's a lot of stuff, principles that book taught me. Like when it came to real estate, what the rich people do, how they finesse when it comes to like taxes, corporations, and you know what I'm saying, and basically giving examples of how rich people got rich and like the risk they took, the investments they had to make. And I will say another book I really love, I'm still reading right now, is Think to Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Oh yeah, Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. I'm on it right now. I'm like on page 160.
Yeah, I'm around the same thing. So reading that book just really opened my mind up. Really like that book really what stuck with me is if you put like the effort into like the desire that you want, like if you just put the right amount of effort into it, it's gonna come. Like, because if you subconsciously making your mind think, yes, I have to get this, I need this, I want this, and I'm gonna do anything to get it, then you're gonna get it. And it also taught me like about knowledge, really about having knowledge in relationships, and you know, like basically putting that effort into being where you want to be. So I feel like books definitely really help. Like I've been on the journey trying to read every day just to sharpen my mind. Yeah. I definitely would say read Think and Grow Rich. Like I think that book was better than Rich Dad Poor Dad, only because like it give you like steps,
the blueprints, how to do it. Because a lot of people, they want to do something, they just know how to start, how to get there. So that's one of the good things of the book. I preach the book to everybody I meet, whoever trying to be successful, I tell all of them, hey man, you wanna get to where you wanna go, read Think and Grow Rich. Definitely,
because my mama told me to read that book too, because it definitely give you all the steps to tell you like, you know, mastermind, basically who you need to be around. You need to be around people who push you. You know what I'm saying? You need to be sound when it comes to like your mental toughness and getting trying to get what you want. And you need to be very like disciplined on how you live. You know what I'm saying? Rich people don't get rich and just like that. Like it's years of work. It's a process. It's a journey. So,
what's one piece of advice you would leave for everybody?
For everybody, man, I would say one piece of advice. My mama always say excuses are tools of the incompetent. And I just want to say, like, don't make excuses for yourself. Just don't make excuses for yourself. Whatever you want, you can get it. Like, sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, in this day and age, you can get whatever you want. You could be rich tomorrow. You can go viral tomorrow. You gotta just chase your dreams. That's my advice. Chase your dreams and make your dreams a reality.
Hey man, so I'm not gonna keep you here much longer. I know we've been out here for about like 2 hours. So before we leave though, where can the people reach you on the internet or like Instagram or whatever?
So man, really, y'all can reach me at Franchise Trail on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? In my bio, y'all gonna see both my businesses. So anybody wanted to inquire about shoes getting clean or restored or send me a message, y'all can follow Trail Custom Kicks on Instagram. And then if y'all ever inquire about photography for anybody, you know, it could be your mom, dad, son, whoever, friend, anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Married.
Yeah, anybody. So you can reach that Instagram at Franchise Productions. So y'all get at me if y'all need anything, man. It was a pleasure being on here with my guy Tino.
Yeah.
Man, I'm definitely gonna be back. We're gonna have to check in after them years so y'all can see I stood on what I said.
Exactly, man. Man of his word, we're gonna see the process where he is now, where he's gonna be. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description, everything that he just said, his Instagram, all of the above. Take it easy.